Jessie Johnson! Jessie Johnson, how's it going?
I know, more like bitch Hedberg, right? Hey. I love comedy. Man, I was recently booked on a very cool show. And immediately after, a comic came up to me and said, you know, the only reason you were booked on that show is because the host wants to fuck you. So, still got it. Jessie Johnson, my name, don't wear it out. But I give it up for your host. That's a different show. I don't think Victor booked me because he wants to fuck me, but I don't know. I do think every guy wants to fuck me. Sorry. I think every guy wants to fuck me, and the other female comedian you saw, and every woman in here, and in that Food for Less. And this, and that chair somehow. They just want to do it no strings attached. Some guys want to do it with strings attached. Guys I meet though, man, they want to play me like a guitar with no strings. No music, all wood. Hey. That's poetry, baby. Now, if I wasn't doing comedy, I tell you what, I wish I was a rapper so bad. But I could never be because I look and sound like this. And some people say, oh, you could be anything you want if you believe in yourself, but I got a driver's license. I stay in my lane. Okay. I'll tell you one thing, though. If I was a rapper, I would rap like I was always on my period. Mad flow. Hey, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg's my favorite. You guys ever heard of Snoop Dogg? If you haven't heard of him, get a radio. Okay. No, I'll tell you. He's a very popular American rapper. Anyway, I just found out Snoop Dogg's first words as a baby. Baby Snoop Dogg's first words were da 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 da. It's horrible. His mom was a G though, did you know that? Snoop Dogg's mom, I heard when she went into labor, her water didn't even break. Just a cloud of marijuana smoke blew out her pussy. It got the whole maternity ward high. They were like, it's the best. I love funk music too, man, if I'm being real. You guys ever heard of funk music? Yeah, if you haven't heard of funk music, get a radio. No, I'll tell you. It came after soul, emphasis on the downbeat. I love it. Sometimes I wonder, though, why the singers are always getting hurt, you know? They're always like, ow. What is up with that? James Brown is the worst, man. James Brown is a freaking masochist. He's always like, ow, hit me, I feel good. Too much. I love music. I actually joined a band recently. Ooh. Yeah, thank you. If you guys are interested, we do shows every Friday. We got one coming up next week. It starts at 7th Street and goes to Sunset Boulevard. We're a marching band. So follow us. On Twitter would be great, and on foot. I love blues. Lately I've been feeling a lot like Johnny Cash. Only in the sense that I also love blues, and I'm a terrible father. In case you forgot. I'm coming after you, Johnny Cash. Oh, man. Both my parents are cool, man. They're divorced. They're divorced since I was 6. Nothing new there. A lot of children of divorce blame themselves for their parents splitting up, but not me. I blame my sister. Okay. Too real. No, it was my fault. Nice. Now that I'm older, it gets a little weird now that I'm older because for the major holidays, they make me decide which house I spend the holiday at. And every year I'm like, oh, I liked it so much better when the courts just did that for us. Just gotta choose. My dad's so cool, man. He's a drummer. That's not a joke. That's actually a fact. It's too cool. You guys know that song Cats in the Cradle? With the sound of a spoon. It's a classic. If you haven't heard it, get a radio. No, I'll tell you. It's about a kid grows up, dad's never around, kid grows up, not around for the dad. Sweet irony, right? My relationship with my dad, just the first half of that song, alright? You swap out that third verse to, I got home from college and I called my dad. He said he couldn't talk now, but he'd call me back. He never called me back. And the cat's in the cradle with It's just too cool. But I got to thinking, it's relatable, you know. In a way, we've all got a cool dad. That's right. You got a G.O.D.? Just gonna Tokyo Drift the show into some Christian comedy. Who's with me? People ask me all the time what my favorite type of music is. I always say Christian jazz. It's all about that God they're not talking about, you know? Yeah. I'll be real with you guys. I keep telling my parents that I do not believe in God. And every time they say, well, we're going to keep praying for you. But between us, I totally do believe in God. I just keep telling them that because of how powerful I'm getting from all the extra prayers. That's my one relationship with the Lord. Nah, I'm kidding. He's way too clingy. He's like always there. No, I'm single and not Christian. I would say I'm spiritual though. I'm a spiritual person, yeah. I think it has something to do with all the drugs I've done in the past, but they have an effect. I think out of all the drugs, cocaine is just disgusting. Cocaine, every time I do it, I think, what a disgusting thing. For one, most of the time I'm doing the cocaine in a public restroom, you know, which is like the smelliest room, and there I am voluntarily sniffing. Could you imagine if someone didn't know how people did cocaine and you just heard through a locked bathroom stall, oh yeah, good shit. Disgusting. That's why I prefer to smoke it. I'm kidding. Just in college. The only thing I smoke right now is cigarettes, man, and I hate the habit. I want to quit so bad. A while back, I tried switching to nicotine lozenges, which suck. Literally, you gotta suck on a tablet for 30 minutes until it fully dissolves. But I'll tell you one thing. If I like sucking on something that long, maybe I'd get an acting role over here in Tinseltown. 30 minutes. Cigarette takes 10 minutes tops to suck down. Anything longer than that, there better be a ring on this finger. You feel me? Or I better be a leading lady. I wish I could just switch to weed entirely, but you know, marijuana is non-habit forming and I'm addicted to nicotine. But it's way healthier. They say secondhand cigarette smoke kills, but secondhand marijuana smoke frickin' chills, bro. When I moved out here a little over a year ago, I did meet somebody. You know, I said I was single earlier, but it didn't work out when I met technically I met a lot of people, but I was fucking one of them. You know, it was fun while it lasted, but I remember the first time we hooked up, and I knew it was gonna happen. You know, like feeling you get when you just know, like tonight's the night. It's like that feeling you get because you're a woman and you've decided you want it to happen. So I'm pretty sure you could seal the deal. Like, I think it's gonna be tonight, but it had been over a year since I'd been with anybody. So I was like, oh my god, what if I don't remember how to do it? What if I forgot how to just lie there? I was also very nervous because I have a roommate, and I was like, holy shit, I really don't want him to hear us doing it, you know? So what I did was, in the moment, I just changed all of my sex noises to ocean sounds. Call, surf's not brought. The next morning I saw my roommate and he was like, I slept great last night. The irony is, now that I live in Los Angeles, can't get anywhere near a beach without getting wet. And I don't swim, baby. Dating's weird, man. I went to lunch with the guy, didn't like it. next day he sent me a sext. You guys ever heard of a sext?
Yeah.
And if you haven't, get a radio. No, I'll tell you. It's a sexual text. Anyway, he sent me this 10 a.m. sext, and it said, "My dick's so hard." And being a comedian, I said, "How hard is it?" But we were texting, so he didn't hear my, like, awesome delivery. So he was just like, "So hard." I was like, "That's not very funny." I guess I just met a lot of fuckboys, you know. And for the longest time, I didn't know what that word meant. I used to think it was just a guy who fucked boys. I saw these people put it online. "Oh, I'm sick and tired of all these fuckboys." I was like, yeah, it's a really bad thing. I don't know. I hear these guys too. They're like, "Oh, I think squirting's pee." I'm like, what are you talking? Now, it seems a lot of people aren't sure if squirting is pee or not. You know. Now, I'm no fancy lawyer or a lawyer, but if it is pee, that means that every time a woman goes to the bathroom, she is having an intense orgasm. And quite frankly, in my experience, that's very true. I must have squirted 4 or 5 times today. Once over there in that dry cleaning place. In the corner if you want to get in. I don't know. I'll tell you something real. When I was young, I was a chronic bedwetter. Very kinky child. Yeah, it got bad. My mom, she had to call the doctor in for help, and the doctor prescribed us this blanket that had an alarm on it, and the alarm would sound anytime moisture would hit it, right? Problem was, I was a very heavy sleeper, so all it did was notify the entire household when I had an accident. I'm sorry, when I had orgasmed the bed. It's worked out though. Dry bed since '97. How we doing? Yeah. A couple accidents here and there, but when you call it squirting, everybody's having fun. Also, the last thing I'll say is, if it is pee, how come I hear guys say I don't know how to make a woman squirt? I don't know. How about give her a bottle of water before you fuck her? Yeah, you can take that one to the bank. Okay, thank you very much.
Jessie Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.